How about taking your laundry out of the washing machine? It's done its cycle of washing and, just spin dry. Taking it out of the washing machine and then iron it straight away. Why? Because that's not how I've been brought up. I've been brought up with you take your laundry out of the washing machine, and believe me, when I grew up, that was way more convoluted than taking it out of the washing machine, but that's a story for another time. So you take it out of the washing machine and then you hang it to dry, and once it's dry, you iron it, which is, fine. Except that when I started my job in hospital, it wasn't fine. It was January, it was quite cold, and Great Britain is damp to start with. So to dry the uniform, it would take forever. And then I would have to iron it. And then you'd have to apply steam to the ironing because the creases wouldn't come out, and it was a palaver, and it didn't really fit in the days that I had available between my last uniform wearing day and the next day I had to wear the uniform, because when I started initially, my days were all over the place and you only get 3 uniforms. So there wasn't enough time between the laundering of the goods and having to wear them again. So I started doing what I normally do with linen, and that is get it out of the washing machine and immediately iron it without steam, because it's so wet. It creates its own steam when you iron it. And therefore the ironing itself dries the fabric significantly. When you take the items out of the washing machine and you immediately iron them and then hang them up to dry, you're basically done. The ironing process dries the fabric significantly. It's not dry yet. It still needs further drying, especially the seams. But most of the moisture has been ironed out and the creases have been ironed out. So I hang them on hangers, in this case in the conservatory, and it will dry in no time flat. So I take the items out of the washing machine, and as you can see, I wash my tops and my bottoms separately. The white stripe on the top really attracts any other color that's in the washing machine, and I would like to keep them white. And then straight from the box I carry the uniform in, I go to the ironing board. The iron is set to poly cotton because that's what it is, and I start ironing. I don't know if you can see the difference on screen with ironing, but when you iron the shirt, you can see that where you've been, the fabric is lighter than the wet fabric. I always start with the collar, and from the collar I go to the shoulders, and once I've done both shoulders, I go to the sleeves, and once I've done the sleeves, I work my way around the rest of the body. Now you might think that because it hangs up, it doesn't dry that easily, and you could be correct. It's just that, for me at the moment, it's 4 days between ironing and wearing the garments again. If you would like more tips and tricks to improve the quality of your life, go to thequalityoflife.quest. It's a website where you will find more information about how to improve the quality of your life. I don't normally iron my clothes. It's not my thing. It's not how I've been brought up. I've been brought up with you iron everything. And then I moved to Wales and met some friends who don't even own an iron. So over time, I've adopted that point of view that you don't need to iron all your clothes. I hardly iron anything at all, except my uniform. I always iron my uniform. I think that if you represent an organization, you should at least try to look a bit more respectable than an ironed uniform. Is it perfect? No, because it's not something I enjoy, so I never put enough time and effort into it to learn to be the perfect ironer. But I do it, and it has saved me so much headache, so much anxiety from not being able to finish my laundry cycle in between days of wearing the uniform.